All right, good morning, students. Let us discuss today what is charge, what is current, how do we measure charge, how do we measure current, what is the instrument, what is the electrical circuit. These are the basic things in 10th to understand what is the electricity, the flow of electricity. All right. So, students, everything starts from electron. You see, uh, electron is there, and we call it a unit charge, unit negative charge. Electron is having unit negative charge. Now, guys, these electrons, there are number of electrons uh, in a metal, right? In a metal, let's say we have a copper rod. Let's say we have a copper rod. Now, in this copper rod, there are millions of electrons are there, and in their as per the electronic configuration of copper, if you talk about the outermost shell, so we are basically concerned about the electrons in outermost shell. So there are so many electrons are there. All right. So now these electrons, exactly, if you see, students, are they in motion? Can we say that these electrons are in flowing in this direction or they are flowing in this direction? I think the answer is no, they are not. So what is basically current and what is the relationship of current with the Q, that is charge? You know, uh, well, charge can be positive, charge can be negative, but now we are concerned about charge due to electrons, and that is a negative charge. So what happens in case every metal has number of electrons? We cannot say current is flowing through it. Only when this is a, let's say, copper wire, we connect this copper wire. hmm, Let's say this is the key. This is the key. Key means you on off is there, and you connect it with, let's say, this is the positive side of the battery, negative side, then again positive side, negative side. So if I draw like this, we call it 2 cell battery. If I still go further, then I will call it 3 cell battery. And remember, if we have started from positive, you ended negative, right? Now this is 3 cell battery. I connect the battery, and as soon as I connect the battery, let's say in between the circuit, I have a ammeter. What is that? I call it ammeter. Maybe single M, maybe double M. What is ammeter? Ammeter is an instrument which will tell how much current, the notation of current is I, is flowing through the circuit, right? Now what is happening basically? Now this is a battery. Now this battery is basically giving potential difference, and that we will discuss in the next lecture. What is potential difference represented by delta V? You can say there's a voltage difference across two ends of the copper rod, which is set up. Now, obviously, this is positive. So in this end, it will be positive. In this end, it will be negative. And now what's happening? You can say that concentration of electrons on negative end is more as compared to concentration of electrons here. All right. So electrons will flow in which direction? Now they will flow from negative to positive. This is direction of flow of electrons. Direction of flow of electrons. They will travel from negative to positive. It's like we say opposite charges attract each other, right? So positive things always flow towards negative. Negative things always flow towards positive. So negative electrons they flow in this direction. They're flowing in this direction, and the direction of the current is taken as normally opposite to the flow of the electron. So we will say in the clockwise direction, the current is flowing. And what is current? Now it's clear that actually it's the flow of electrons, right? And then when somebody says how many electrons and how much time, so it's like when you talk about flow of water, you say this much, maybe meter cube of water in 1 second is flowing, right? This is how you define the flow of water. So in a similar manner, we define the flow of electrons. Now here the water is flowing and here electrons are flowing. So flow of electrons per second. So now flow of electrons is basically, electrons is constituting this charge. So current is basically flow of charge per unit time. Now comes, we have seen what is the direction of current. Now comes, what is the unit of the charge? So guys, unit of charge, this Coulomb scientist, Coulomb. Now this guy did a lot of research on, and I think possibly, if I'm not mistaken, this is a scientist who basically talked about polarity of charges. Means charges can be negative and positive, like negative integers and positive integers. This idea came to his mind that if -5 and +5 is there, if we add them, it becomes 0. Similarly, if we have equal negative charge and equal positive charge, they sum up to be neutral charge, no charge. So Coulomb, basically, we use this person's effort and trust in studying the charge in terms of giving unit of charge, that is Coulomb. Now, what is 1 Coulomb? How many electrons? I tell you. Now, guys, if we really talk about number of electrons, I would just tell you 6 into 10 raised to power 18 electrons. Now, 1 Coulomb. 1 Coulomb charge is 6 into 10 raised to power 18 electrons. All right. Now, if there are just electrons available in some part of that copper, you will not say the current is flowing. That point I've already made clear. When a potential difference is given across two ends of a conductor or a resistor, and then only the current starts flowing. Because then the electrons get, a reason to flow, that okay, from negative to positive. It's like the wind flows because of pressure difference, and the temperature flows because of temperature difference. Heat flows, and then similarly the current flows because of voltage difference, or we call it potential difference here, that we will discuss in the next lecture. Potential difference. All right. And that is provided by battery, you know call it cell. Number of cells constitute battery: 2 cell, 3 cell, 4 cell, 5 cell, 6 cells. So 1 Coulomb is defined as a combination of 6 into 10 raised to power 18 electrons, big number of electrons. And now current is rate of flow of charge. So if this many electrons, or I can say 1 Coulomb of charge is flowing in how much time? 1 second. I say this current to be ampere. Guys, you understand these things, and then you do some research, maybe some units comes on your name. So Ampere was another scientist who did a lot of research in the field of flow of current and characteristics of current. So unit of current is basically given by his name, Ampere. What's his full name? If I tell you, I'm not remembering his full name. Yeah, it was Andre Marie Ampere. I'm just seeing from the book and telling you, Andre Marie Ampere. So Andre Marie Ampere suggests he was man or woman, I don't know. But this guy was a great guy. He studied current. So 1 Coulomb charge flowing in 1 second is known as 1 ampere current. And guys, this current is measured by ammeter. Now we have galvanometer also, which detects current, which just detects the presence of current, galvanometer. But if you talk about ammeter, it measures the current. It measures the current, right, guys? So this is all about the basics, very basic things of what is circuit, what is current, what is flow of current. And this is electrical circuit. This is a basic circuit. A circuit consists of key. Key means like it's like a switch in your house. You say on and off, right? When you on it, current starts flowing. When you off it, there's no connection between the, this connection is broken, so there's no flow of charge. We say that there's no current, right? So this is ammeter, which is used to measure the current, and this thing, this thing can be represented as like this, you know, electric circuit. We might say that electric when you draw electric circuit, you might say that you know this is basically a resistor, and here there is ammeter, and here you might take negative here or positive here. The direction of current will reverse. So if you take negative here, it will be positive here, and then again connected negative, and then positive, and then you know again connected negative. Negative will never end at negative, it will end at positive. All right, and then you have a key. You know, people draw it in different way. You draw it however you like. Notations are not important, concept is more important. So this is your electric circuit. Thank you very much, guys. Now we can do a little numerical also. Little numerical means, let's say they say that 2 coulomb charge is flowing per 10 seconds. In 10 seconds, they say that 2 coulomb charge is flowing. Now, what is the flow of current in ampere? So we'll have a same formula, that current I is equal to Q by T. What is this? Rate of flow of current. Rate of flow of, I'm sorry, rate of flow of charge. Q is charge. You know, it's like the sum of electrons, collection of electrons. So I want to find out Q is given as 2 coulomb. Always write units if you want to be great in science. And time is 10 seconds, right, guys? So you could say that this is, you know, 0.2 coulomb by second, that is ampere A. 0.2 ampere is the current flowing through the circuit. In case the charge is 2 coulombs, which is flowing in 10 seconds. Thank you, guys. All the best.